Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Norwegian Fire Department Responding to a Car Crash During Rush Hour Traffic. I think usually people move when there's, you see a first responder. Usually, I'm pretty sure you're required by law everywhere, and I think that if you don't do it, probably the police is going to issue a ticket. But I think usually people do move unless very specific circumstances and very specific areas in which people are just, they do not care. But I don't know, let's see how Norwegian, how it is in Norway. But let's get out and comment, like and subscribe. Love how all the drivers automatically, they probably must have seen it. The rear mirror, everyone's seeing it, oh my god. Even before the ambulance is passing them, they already pulled over. That's what it should be. Oh my, is it too narrow? Oh my god, these roads are tiny and they're making me so stressed. Yeah, of course. I like how everyone has to move because everything's so tiny. You can't, I can't pass. I have to pull over to the side, always move to the right, and I can't. I have to stand still, basically. Oh my god, they can't pass through. How big is this ambulance? Maybe it's not about the ambulance being big. It's about the road just being very small. Yeah, the minute there's a curve, you can pass through. Oh, I love, obviously, I like this kind of things because you can see the other truck, the black truck. I think it was a truck. I think he had the right of way. The ambulance has the right of way, so he actually stopped and went. Yeah, of course you can go. I like that. Oh my god, this is very chaotic. Yeah, this person, I think, the black car hadn't realized that there was an ambulance, or they can probably hear the sirens. But the minute he noticed there's an ambulance here, never mind. I'll pass lanes in another occasion. Oh my god, this traffic is it's a lot. There's just a lot of traffic here. He's going to the. Oh my god, he has to go left. Oh my god, I swear, I thought he was going right. Yeah. How are they gonna do this? If I were one of those cars, I'd be so worried. I'd be, oh my god, I thought they were going the other way. Yeah, everything has to, oh my god. Did you hit the car? What's happening? Oh, someone has to literally. This is incredible. I'm wondering, are they stopping because because there's a light there at some point, or everyone's sort of in the standstill because of this ambulance? Oh my god, they still can't pass through. Again, how narrow are these roads? Oh my god. I want to be that person was so, I love it. I think it's just great that you have, sometimes I think you have someone escorting you and doing this, but I like that it's between them, it's part of the team. They don't need another sort of emergency responder doing this. Yeah, sometimes I do it, I think, on another car or something. Oh my god, I can't believe how there wasn't a light. No, it's just everyone was sort of automatically stopping. This is wild. No, I don't think I've ever seen this though. Yeah, not at this level. I'm doing a tunnel, which I think is, the situation gets a little bit more dangerous because it's a tunnel. Oh my god, I can't believe how much traffic there was as well. Was that another ambulance? Okay, there's more time here. More space. People can pass them. Oh, is that another siding? Is it making them sort of? Oh yeah, he's opening sort of he's opening the road, right? Are they with them? fire department, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. They don't seem to be with the fire department, or they were just, oh, they're police. Yeah, okay, I can see them. Oh, maybe they just went, yeah, they were sort of passing by, they were, oh yeah, we'll help you. Oh my god, I love how those trees are very beautiful. Is this Oslo? Wow, okay, I don't think I've ever seen, that was quite impressive. I mentioned usually people do, you know, you have to stop and people do obviously, you know, that the emergency responder has to right away. It usually is like that. Obviously, again, most people, I think most decent people are going to stop. And I think usually that's the case. I think there's very, very, very few specific places in which this doesn't happen, or where you can find, and it's usually not a lot of people, it's just one or two people that just do not move. But, you know, now, and everyone sort of does their part and everyone moves. But at this level, I don't think I've ever seen it. There was I don't know how many cars there were, but I don't know, easily 50 cars probably, yeah, during the whole sort of distance, there were over 50 cars. But in this sort of particular stretch, when there was in the tunnel specifically, I'm gonna go with around 50 cars. I don't think I've ever seen that many cars just completely outright stopping for the ambulance, or well, in this case, it was a fire department. But whatever, the emergency responder, you know, it has a siren, you're seeing there's an emergency. I don't think I've ever seen this, as in, no, this is crazy. Because again, you kind of, well, people pull over, but they pull over, they either, I think, because your first, I think, instinct is either, oh, you have to slam on the brakes, you have to slow down, or you have to, well, no, obviously you're not slamming the brakes suddenly, but you kind of, oh, I have to slow down, or I have to stop, or, but obviously, you know, the right thing, no, you have to move, you have to give them the right of way. But people usually, I think you slow down, but you don't completely stop, because at the same time, obviously, traffic's moving. So you're kind of, yeah, I'm pulling over, but obviously I'm giving them the right of way, but, you know, I'm not completely pulling over. But in this case, unless, of course, very specific, but you always have to take a look at your surroundings and see, sometimes you do have to stop. But in this situation, in which, you know, they didn't have to tell anyone, I don't know, it's just because I've seen it sometimes, and it's just, no, the actual sort of, again, the other police officer or the ones escorting them, they have to maybe, you know, they have to block the road, and, you know, oh, that's what everyone else, oh, you have to stop, because there's literally, you know, a police officer or someone telling you, no, you really have to stop because there's an emergency. So they would kind of close, yeah, I don't know if close is the right way, but they're giving it, but their roads are kind of closed, so they're kind of closing it, they're closing that stretch of the road to give them the right of way. But I've never seen at this level of people just automatically, everyone pulls over, and there's no one sort of telling them, oh, you know, please do this, because, you know, the ambulance gonna pass through, or in this case, the firefighter truck. But again, this was wild. So that tells me probably in Norwegian, that's the rule, that's the norm. As the minute you see someone, you know, you either are listening, you know, you're hearing the sirens, or you're seeing them through your mirrors, you're seeing someone. Everyone just outright stops, which I think that was crazy. It was kind of insane to see. I think they're so organized. I get at this level of organization, probably not, because there's still, I think, either sometimes when this happens, I think usually there's a couple of cars that will not follow. I mean, it's okay, you know, they don't necessarily have to follow this. Everyone has to stop and outright stop for the ambulance to pass, but, you know, sometimes you can find a little bit of a rogue, or two or three rogues, a couple of rogues that are there. But in this case, not in Norway, no rogues. Everyone's sort of, yeah, if this is what we're doing it. And I love it because no one has to tell them. They already know. So that tells me it's about, you know, and that's the norm. I think usually, again, when you get, you know, when you're getting your driver's license, and you have to get your license, there's one of the things, you know, and again, you know, the theory, I think, goes that you have to pull over and you have to stop and stuff. But I think in practice, I think that's really where things get a little bit, you know, people know that you're not supposed to do this. That sometimes, again, people play a little bit, you know, loose with the rules. I think it just depends on the situation. So you kind of evaluate what's happening, you know, again, in you know what's happening around me, and people sort of base their decision and their driving on this. But again, not in Norway. In Norway, it's probably a rule, and if it's a rule, you have to follow it. And again, you're not supposed to. Oh well, let's see if this. Where's the car? No. If there's an ambulance, there's usually an emergency responder. You have to stop and you have to get them the right of way. And I love everyone moves, and everything works so seamlessly. Again, it was a joy to see because everything looks, it looks so coordinated, which, is crazy. I always say it isn't. But, well, that's the point about having this kind of societies. I think, again, people are sort of trained in a way. So it's sort of, they're obedient, but in a good way. And they're trained to do this. Not necessarily, you're trained to do this. But it's just, again, it's just their training. It's part of their nature because, they were being taught this. Like, specifically, I love, again, everyone sort of, everyone gives them the right of way. And no one has to tell them anything. And like, everything looks so, I don't know, it's sort of like an orchestra. It's very beautiful though. I wish and hope that, I don't know, in the future, maybe, everything, in all sort of circumstances and situations in which something like this happens, and you have a first responder doing, that is in this situation, hopefully it would be like this. Let's be more like Norway. We can definitely learn from them. And that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.